In April of 2001, the boxing world was shaken to its core. What seemed impossible became reality. Lennox Lewis, the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, was brutally knocked out by a heavy underdog named Hasim Rahman. It wasn't just an upset, it was the upset of the year, a punch that changed careers, a result that no one, not even the bookmakers, saw coming. But to understand the shock, you have to know who these men were before they stepped into the ring. Lennox Lewis wasn't just a champion, he was a generational talent. Lewis turned pro in the early 90s and quickly established himself as a technician in a division full of brawlers. He had already defeated legends like Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield, combining power with a high ring IQ rarely seen in heavyweights. By the time he faced Rahman, Lewis had suffered only one loss, which he had already avenged with a knockout. He was, to many, untouchable. Hasim Rahman, on the other hand, came from the gritty streets of Baltimore. He didn't have an Olympic background, just raw toughness. A late starter in boxing, Rahman made a name for himself through sheer grit and punching power. He'd been in wars, including a controversial loss to David Tua, and while he wasn't seen as elite, insiders knew he could crack. What most didn't know was how hungry he was, and how much he prepared for this opportunity. Lewis tried to use the mandatory rematch option immediately after the fight. An angry Lewis did not accept the refusal. He sued Rahman, winning a lawsuit that forced a rematch. This decision caused not just controversy, but a real firework display. During the live television broadcast of the match, the tension increased dramatically. Rahman ridiculed Lewis, calling his insistence on holding a rematch gay, which is deeply offensive and a personal insult. Lewis, not one to ignore such things, rushed across the set. Two heavyweights staged a real fight, trashing the studio. So, everything was ready for one of the most anticipated rematch fights in boxing history. The whole world was watching the match. Lewis was in a different mood this time. He wasn't emotional. He wasn't careless. He was focused, methodical, like a man tasked with erasing the nightmare of that first fight from his memory. From the very beginning, Lennox kept his distance, striking and maintaining discipline. Rahman was disappointed. He couldn't land. He couldn't close the gap. He started talking, teasing, trying to get the British man into a fight, but Lewis didn't budge. Then, in the fourth round, it happened. A blow that will go down in history. A perfectly timed right to Rahman's jaw. His legs gave out and the lights went out immediately. Hasim Rahman collapsed and the crowd exploded. Lewis not only regained the title, but also did it spectacularly. There is no doubt about it, without a doubt. It was just a clean, brutal knockout. So devastating that it was later named the Knockout of the Year by almost all major boxing publications.